Hello TheStarMunchers, Max here, back playing Terra Nil. In the last episode we got into the first of the 3 new levels that were added in the most recent update. And we are going to get into Canyon Peaks, because that is next up on the list. I did somewhat okay at the previous one. Learning curve aside, because I haven't played in so long. I wasn't very quick on the draw. For this one, I'm going to see if I can't move through it a little bit quicker. Alright, Canyon Peaks. A great rift divides this landscape. Radiation has been restricted to one side, while remnants of an oil plague the other. Remnants of an oil fire plague the other. The two biospheres will end up supporting different kinds of life. To begin with, you'll need to create pioneer greenery to begin the process of restoration. The research center will allow you to connect to the Irwin rover. Be wary of spreading oil fires, they're incredibly destructive. Oh. Fascinating. Oil fires, huh? So that seems like that's going to be an issue. Alright, let's concentrate on... I'm not going to worry so much about this stuff. Except maybe with the exception of, like, misty clouds, you know, something like that. But outside of that, here, matter of fact, I'm going to mark that, because that's a reasonable goal. Alright, there's the rover. What should we even do first? Research Center. Reduces the cost of some buildings and unlocks the ability to manipulate the region's climate. Okay, that's simple enough. Okay, our little rover buddy. What do you do? Recycling rover. I am not sure what you do, little buddy. Oh, like... What do you do? I don't know what you do. Oh. Interesting. Oh. We can drive you into the radiation areas? Interesting. Okay. I like it. Altitude too high. Toxin scrubber first. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. That definitely is different. I guess maybe we keep Irwin there for now? This area needs some help. Let's see what all we can get up to over here. I guess logically the first thing that we need to do is to get all those green tiles. Which, in our case, means that we need to put in the work to green all this up. I am a little bit concerned about these, though. Ah, okay. So anything that is beside that? That's real bad. That's really bad. What an interesting mechanic. Okay, so we need to give at least a tile's amount of space. I'm hoping that there'll be a way for us to do something about that. I'd be shocked if there wasn't. For now, let's just focus on clearing all this up. Greening as much as we can. Here, I'm going to flip this around so we get enough space between us and what will inevitably be a bit of a headache. And let's just restore all this. Is that too close? No, that's good. All right. We've done a lot over here. Let's swap back over. But if I do that, Erwin's not going to be able to help me out over there. Because I'm assuming we'll need the sunflower thing that absorbs radiation. To be fair, I don't actually know if that's how this works. I'm making an assumption, which has bit me in the past. I'm going to try and clear as much of this up as I can. At least there's no straight up and down penalty. For being too close to the radiation. Create trees to support beehives on the edge of the canyon. Use Irwin and sunflowers to mitigate radiation. Grow local cacti, bearing in mind that they will not grow on greenery. Okay. Grow trees to support beehives on the edge of the canyon. On the edge of the canyon. I'm assuming they mean the back here. Oh, I probably need to restore that. That was a bit of a mistake. Here, let's get some power back here. Here, let's at least restore some of that. Is that too close? It might be too close. I'm so scared to accidentally start a fire. I don't want to do that. Okay, that's a little bit better. Did I double mess up? Wait, no. There we go. Trying not to grow that too close. It's very tough because I want to fix all this, but I don't want to start a gigantic fire and grow to regret my decisions. Why does it... Why does it seem like that's taking forever? See, that seems like a bad idea, because that's going to burn immediately. Why would I put one right there? That seems like a trap. I mean, unless they want me to start a new fire? Which I might have to? Question mark? Maybe just on this side? Maybe just on this corner here. Here, let's just see what happens. That'll surely burn, right? If I put a machine right next to that, yeah, that'll burn. Which will let this burn through, and I guess that'll give us a new start for the Finbow stuff. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not doing a horrible mistake. I guess it's stair-stepped, which is good. I kind of forgot about how the arboretums work. Alright, you fully burn and then go away. Alright, now let's throw some hives down. Alright, so we're good on that. And we're far enough away from the fire, which is good. Okay. Rocky scrubland. I feel like that would be a primary candidate for somewhere over here. Here, let's toxin scrub some more of this first before we do that. So that way we can really get our money's worth out of that. We're close on that one. Toxin scrub right there. Oh, we gotta green it first, that's right. Do that. Alright, that got us all the way over there. Alright, so this is looking good. We're making it, we're doing it. Helio cage. Alright, build it on that to neutralize it. Alright, let's control Irwin. Can you actually go up? Okay, does that actually make us... nope, it doesn't. Too much radiation. How do I get you up there, Irwin? How does that work? Alright, maybe let's try down here. That seems a little bit more manageable. Oh, right. Hold on. Before we do that, let's get this right. Let's not do this out of order. We need to actually do some toxin scrubbing, so that way we actually get something out of this. Then we use this. There we go. That's a sizable chunk. Okay, Irwin. Now's the part where I ask yet again, how in the world do I get you up somewhere? Because we need to get you all the way over there. I gotta be honest with you, buddy. I don't know how that works. Ah, ramps. There we go. This is a fun idea. Okay. Very nice, Irwin. Way to go. We'll do the same thing. Get some power over here. Then fix all this up. Get it looking real nice. There we go. And turn that with the helio cage. Boom. Even though we already technically have the numbers, we still need to get rid of the radioactive material that's over here. So let's do that. Let's grab a log right here. There we go. And then do the same thing. Get power going. Get rid of as much of that radioactive soil as we can. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this. So, can we grow that beside something like this without it burning? I don't know about that one. I'm kind of afraid to test that one out. But if I was to test anything out, I need to put something over here. So I guess it might not be the worst idea. Here, let's just see. Did those tiles burn? Doesn't look like it. That's a start. Oh, the road technically counts? Oh, that changes things. That's a little bit better. It's not very pretty, but it works. Here, let's put one of you down. Over here if we can. As close as we can. Here, hold on. Put that there. Put you there first. Then convert all that. There we go. While the animal life here is not large or dramatic, fauna on these mesas is incredibly pivotal. Use Irwin to recycle your presence and leave no trace of industrial vestiges. So, can we not get rid of this? Would misty clouds even help? Humidity would need to go up for that. Temperature would have to go down for that. Rattlesnakes. I think misty clouds is probably still our best option, but we need humidity to go down and temperature to go up. Well, I know how to do that. Just trying to figure out why I would want to do that. Temperature to go up. Oh, flash freezer. Wait a minute. What am I... I thought there was something in the game that we could do to fix all that. I'm a doofus. Alright, we're gonna get rid of that, because that's just unsightly. I hate it. Wait, do you need a rock or something? What do you need in order to work? It does require a rock. Can we... I guess we could use the rock hoppers? For all I know, there's a much better way of doing this, but at present, I don't know what it is. Alright, that right there is a decent start. Alright, hold on. If I open up the rock hopper, does it show me? Where all my available rocks are? Cleaning this mess up is gonna be a pain. But it's worth it. I just don't want to leave it looking like this with all the oil there. It looks so bad. There we go. So now, go to this. Flash freeze that. Flash freeze all of that. Probably should have done that much earlier in the process, but I didn't. Oh well. Uh-oh. That could have been worse. It's so weird. There's so few rocks for me to work with here. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. If I silo whatever's on top of the rocks, can I reuse them? I think I can. Alright. That's cool. So I can just reuse the same rocks to do it. Okay. Again, I am aware that it's completely unnecessary to do this. But at this point, I feel like it would be accepting defeat, which that's not my thing. We're moving in the wrong direction from a temperature standpoint, but I have to do what I have to do. There are so many rock hoppers out here. Here, let's silo all this. Just to free up some space here. Actually, do we just let that burn through? I think I'm okay to let that burn through down there along the bottom. Here, I'm just gonna silo this stuff right here, and then rock hop over there. Put some power down, out of range. Then neutralize all that. So that should be the last of the oil nonsense, I believe. Okay, so now comes the issue of nothing is warm enough. I don't think I'm gonna do any, like, damage to what I was doing by doing this. If I do, it's kind of too late at this point. things needed to get way warmer. This was apparently what I needed to do. Get misty clouds. And I need to dehumidify. That's gonna do like nothing. Dehumidifier, huh? I have to get the humidity down so much. How in the world am I gonna do that? Yikers. I'm becoming unsure about my ability to do this. Wait a minute. What started that fire? What? Did I miss a tile? Of the oil nonsense? That's weird. Maybe one's sort of hidden somewhere? I don't know. Let me think here. Humidity. Why does all that burn up immediately? There's some weirdness going on here. Is there something right there? There has to be. Well, that's annoying. There's something fiery right there, I think. I think that's what I'm seeing? I can't tell. Here, hold on. Let me get some rock hoppers going. Because if I can position this into like a green area and dehumidify, that might help me do what I need to do here, but we'll see. First, we're going to need power. Second of all, dehumidifier. There's a chunk. Alright, where's my other rock? This way. Maybe I green all this first? So that way it has more to subtract from? And where is this fire coming from? Why is it burning? I'm so confused. I got rid of all the oil crap so that way that wouldn't happen. Alright, hold on. I gotta get to the bottom of this. Come to think of it, why the heck are the solar panels there if I already got rid of I don't know. Something weird is going on. You gonna burn all of a sudden? If I knew which tile I needed to avoid, I wouldn't put anything there, but at present, I'm not sure. I guess that technically works. Okay, please don't burn. If you'd be so kind. Which I know you're gonna burn when I do this. Some tile is randomly catching on fire, but I don't know why. Why are you catching on fire? That's so odd. Well, I guess the question now becomes, can I just cheat the system then? If all this burns out every time, can I just keep subtracting this area's humidity and then adding it back in? Because if I can, I'm not above that. I don't know why you're causing fires. I really don't. I wish I knew. Actually, scratch that. I don't want to know. Okay. Just keep your burning to yourself. Okay, we are close. We're very close. There's one square of space. We're good. Go here. Boom. There we go. That is extremely helpful, I think. Unless there's just going to be perpetual fires from now on. Which, that could be bad. I don't know why it's doing that. Ironically, we did get all of these on this one. Okay. Alright, build an animal observatory. You got it. We can take photographs. Let's take a look at some of these critters and see how they're doing. Get multiple critters in there and multiple biomes. Actually, wait a second. Should we... I'm gonna put more logs connecting everything. Because again, that has proven time and time again to be extremely helpful in making the animals happy. Couldn't give you the exact reason why. He just connects everything up a little bit better. I can hear the burning already because of the rain. I don't know what's causing that. I really don't. They're just constantly on fire. Okay, well, I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if that's a glitch. I really don't know. Okay. Daisy. Looks like you're pretty happy. All things considered. A little bit happier? Why are you unhappy with this space? You guys are so fickle. Rocky scrubland, huh? Let's try that on for size. How about now? I'll connect all of this up. Finally. Finally you're happy. Boom. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we got all these by happenstance, and we got our animals all happy, so now the arduous task of clearing all this mess up. Assuming this is to make a bridge. Bridge builder. Oh, about the bridge. I've destroyed the road. There we go. Thank goodness. Okay. I was worried there for a second. All right, let's start clearing all this stuff up. We're gonna hope that this works, because otherwise this is gonna be pretty dreadful. I think practically everything over here has been taken care of. So, alright, Erwin. I'm assuming how I'm going to be picking all this stuff back up. Right? I'm assuming. How do I actually pick the stuff up? Oh, there's a recycle button. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even see that. Alright, I think those solar panels are glitched. I think that's what somehow is causing this. I'm really hoping that it doesn't think that those are buildings. Because otherwise, this enterprise is going to be quite literally impossible if I can't pick the stuff up. Because I don't know why those solar panels are staying there. I don't even know if that's what's causing it. I'm just assuming that that's what's causing it. But to be perfectly fair, I don't know. Here, let's give you an escape route once the fires stop. If they stop, that is. Alright, let's get out of here. That's so strange. I don't know what's going on there. To be fair, this is a brand new update, and I do mean a brand new update. So I wouldn't be surprised if there are a couple issues that'll be worked out in a patch soon. I was just too impatient to wait, and the issues so far are completely... they're not that important in the long run. And like I said, I'm sure they'll fix them soon. Again, my main thing is, as long as I'm able to actually finish the level, I'm okay. But if for some reason those solar panels are registering as buildings, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big problem. But the whole idea of having a little Irwin round stuff up is fun. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if something with those solar panels might be a little bit funkalicious. I can't put my finger on quite what it is, but I don't think it likes playing ball with some of the other elements of the game. Alright, little Irwin, you got it, buddy. There we go. Okay, I think that's good there. 30 more buildings. The question is, are there 30 more buildings over here? We're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. There very well could be. And I'm panicking for no reason. Alright. Irwin, there we go. Up you go, little buddy. Okay, you can't handle going over rocks, which is understandable. There we go. Clean all this stuff up. 8 more buildings. That sounds right. Okay, I think we're good. Despite the forever fires, I think we're okay. Yeah, let's leave. We did it. We're good. Pity about all the solar panels, but you know what? We accomplished our objective, and that's what matters. The bridge goes away. Very cool. That one was tough. That one was a challenge. But I like a little challenge now and again. Always a good feeling. I will say that. Good feeling every time. Despite the fires.